Dear colleagues, in this short video, I will explain how to use APS Calculator, which is designed to determine your analytical performance specifications for relative standard measurement uncertainty based on indirect clinical outcomes, using your clinical decision limits and using the population data of concern. So this APSC is based on indirect outcomes, which aligns with Model 1B studies according to Milan criteria. So let's look at how to use this web application. Actually, the web application is quite easy to use interface, and there's a sidebar here, and also there are 4 tabs that shows the instructions, distribution of your data after you upload your data, APS-C based on overall agreement, and APS based on sub-level agreements. So at the sidebar, there is a click to download template file button. When you click on this file, it shows you the example file, example template file, just like it. And the example file is related to fasting glucose levels. And firstly, at the first row, there's a name of measurement. And afterwards, it should follow with the values for this measurement. So your data should align with this specific structure. And let's upload this data and show the distribution of our uploaded data. Okay. When I upload my data, it helps me to select the measurement name and its data. So in my example, there's only one column and one measurement, fasting glucose. So I select this data. And afterwards, I have to enter number of decimal places of my data. So in this example, there's a fasting plasma glucose with milligram per deciliter unit. There's no decimal places, so I keep it as 0. And afterwards, I have to enter number of clinical decision limits. So I have 2 clinical decision limits for this data, 100 milligram per deciliter and 126. But this web application categorizes the final clinical decision limit as higher than this level. So I have to keep it as 125, and it categorizes a higher than 125 as the final category. And afterwards, I have to enter the agreement thresholds right here for minimum, desirable, and optimal agreement levels. These are quite arbitrary values, and you can also change these values according to your own intentions. Afterwards, I have to click on Simulate and Calculate button, and it shows me the category intervals. You can just look at the category intervals and change your clinical decision limits just right here. And also it shows me the histogram plot of my uploaded data. As you can see, there's a category higher than 125, which regards to the diabetes category. And there's a pale blue category for pre-diabetes from 100 to 125 milligram per deciliter. And the remaining category is here below 100. So simulation carries on. Let's look at the other tab, APS based on overall agreement. It shows me the APS-C for overall agreement, which considers all clinical decision limits and all 3 categories in this simulation period. So it shows the overall picture and overall APS-C. In this example, my minimum APS-C for relative measurement uncertainty is 3%, and for desirable 1.4, and for optimal level 0.3. I can also show my APS-C for sub-levels, subcategories, like lower than 100, 100 to 125, and higher than 125. And in these sub-level plots, you can also show sensitive and specific values regard to the relative measurement uncertainty values. And also, in addition to determining APS-C for measurement uncertainty, you can just track the relative standard measurement uncertainty and their corresponding sensitivity, specificity, and agreement levels to which shows you your how extent of your current relative standard measurement uncertainty leads to clinical misclassifications. So this is the overall recap of the how to use this APS calculator. Thank you very much for your considerations.